Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back once again. It is me, Molt. So happy to be here with you guys today. We are playing some more Clash Royale. I've been playing a lot this morning, and I've been so frustrated. Because I'm dealing with people who do majority of their damage not with troops, okay? So they either use a mortar, the expo, or rockets and stuff like that. And it's been really bothering me, okay? But I've seen some of y'all talking, and you're like, hey, it's a part of the game. Deal with it. Yes, that is true. But it's also still in soft launch so that we can kind of work these things out. I've talked to the guys at the game. I know that they want not a defensive game. Defensive games are boring. Somebody putting down a bunch of buildings to defend and you shooting rockets and lightning isn't entertaining. Nobody wants to watch that. You know, literally nobody wants to watch that. That's not fun to watch. They want an offensive, epic battle type game thing like that. So, still trying to figure it out. But today I'm going to show y'all 2 losses from this one guy who uses the mortar and the rocket and just pretty much defends, okay? And I lost a lot of trophies to him today, and I was really pissed. But we beat him. We've figured out how to defeat him. I still lose to him sometimes, but let's go ahead and jump into this, okay? All right, guys, so here's the first one. Here's a loss for me, okay? This is a loss, so I lose this one. And then I'm going to show you a victory, then a loss, then a victory. So here he goes. He's got his rocket. He's got his inferno. He's got everything over there so that if I try and use my golem, he can try and distract it, okay? So we're going to start off with the bomber back here in the back. And we're going to play slow again because I know what he has. So there he goes with his rocket. Cool. And now that destroyed our guy. And here he goes, inferno tower and skeleton spawner over there, etc., etc. Okay, so now he's got some spear goblins over here. I'm gonna kind of just let them do their thing, okay? But each one of them, so total the spear goblins have probably done 150 to 200 damage. Okay, I don't know exactly what it was. And then the rocket did its 700 or whatever the heck it was. So now we're dropping these guys off. I'm just trying to do something over here. He's gonna use arrows, and we're gonna get a little bit of damage done. Okay, so just trying to slowly move my way up and cause some damage. Now he's working his way over. There he goes with the mortar, okay? So he's got the mortar now. He's got archers up. We're going to take out the archers with our tower, 1 and 1. Now here comes the rest of the damage from something that is not a troop, okay? So he's gotten our tower down to 1279 with only a couple of spear goblins and rockets in the mortar, okay? So I had to drop off my Inferno to defend that mortar. It's actually a pretty good defense. Here he goes again with the rocket. So now that tower is down to 537 with only about 200 damage done by the Spear Goblins. Okay, you don't know. We'll give it to him. We'll give him 500 damage from the Spear Goblins. That's not how much it is, okay? That's not how much the Spear Goblins have done. And so we're just sitting over here, and I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? I want to try and get to his tower with my troops because that's what this game is designed for. The game is designed for you to get troops to the tower and destroy them, not for you to be a pansy and put a bunch of defenses down and launch stuff. So here he goes on the other side with the mortar again. I'm going to drop off the golem, but it's too late. The mortar is already targeted on the tower. It's going to hit it once, it's going to hit it twice, and then it might even shoot right here at the end. No, it doesn't. So it hits it twice right there. We're going to go wizard over here on the right side with the bomber. He's going to drop off all of these guys. And our bomber's going to come in and get a couple of shots off. Now we're going to drop off the Hog Rider, and he's going to drop off another Inferno. I don't know how the heck he got back to it so quickly. And of course, guys, at this point, I know that I'm done. Like, he has his rocket. I know that he has his rocket. Here he goes with his mortar again, setting it down. And it's going to go 1. Here comes some archers to do a little bit of damage on the left side, okay? So he's got the mortar over there on the left. And again, we took out the archers fairly quickly. And then mortar shot, mortar shot, mortar shot, mortar shot, mortar shot. Here goes some arrows. Now he's just waiting. Again, the mortar doing all of the damage for him because he doesn't know how to get troops to my tower. And then he's going to go ahead and rocket over here and say good game. Now I know, again, I know that it's part of the game, but it's stupid. It's stupid. It's not entertaining. It's not skillful. I know some of you guys are probably tired of hearing my annoyance with this, but I am somebody who likes good combat. I'm somebody who likes strategy. I'm somebody who likes to be countered and who likes to be able to counter. How can I counter rockets? I can't. That's the only thing. That's what's bothersome to me about it. If I had some sort of force field I could put up and counter the rocket, then you do whatever you want to, okay? But I can't counter the rockets, and that's why it's so frustrating to me. There is no counter for the rockets. But we ended up beating him, okay, because I was like, all right, Molt, it's fine. It's a part of the game right now. I promise you it will be different for the launch. There's no way that they can keep this kind of gameplay in the game because they don't want it to be defensive. All right, so let's jump into one where I beat him, and we'll show you guys how I figure out how to take him down, okay? All right, so I actually get 50 trophies, 50 cups for beating him for this, okay? So he says good luck as he sits there in his chair thinking that he's the man when he's not the man. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to rush one side, make him drop off his Inferno Tower and his traps immediately. So he freaked out. He had to drop off his traps. He had to do that. Otherwise, his tower would have gone down. So all of that is down, all right? And we got some okay damage to his tower. There goes his mortar. We're going to counter it immediately with our Inferno Tower. Get wrecked, son. That's what I'm talking about. Inferno Tower has barely any damage to it, and his mortar is now down. His Inferno Tower is doing its thing, and he's probably going to shoot his rocket right now. I've got no idea because that's all he knows how to do. Do I just aim and shoot? Yes, that's what you do. That's how you try and win. Okay, so now what do we have to do? His Inferno's about to go down. We're going to go ahead and drop off our Golem over here. He's going to have to cycle through in order to get back to his Inferno, but he doesn't have that much elixir. He is going to end up getting it, though, because obviously all he has to do is drop off one more thing, and now he's going to get his Inferno back. But again, it's going to go down fairly quickly. You're going to see, no, he didn't drop it down. He dropped off archers. So now we're going to be able to take out this tower right here because we were able to get him back on his heels, get him off of his feet, guys. Whenever you find people like this, that's what you have to do. His mortar is focusing on the right side. I'm just going to keep pushing. I don't care about that mortar anymore. His tower is about to go down. It's at 600, 300. Get out of here. 38. Yes, son. That's what I'm talking about. I was so stoked when I finally beat this guy who doesn't know how to just use troops. And here's another one of my things. So I view people as good when they can win with a lot of different things, okay? I'm just giving you all my perspective. If you don't want to hear me talk about something serious, I am being hashtag positive, okay, too, because I figured out a way to beat him. I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to speak my mind, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm not trying to be a jerk or anything like that. I'm just talking about things that bother me with a game that I'm very much invested in, that I really enjoy, that I see a huge potential for, okay? So I'm going to talk about things that bother me. So we are, however, going to jump into another replay of me losing really quick, okay? So here's me losing to him again. I'm just going to leave the gameplay up, and I'm going to continue talking to y'all, okay? So I view somebody, and I'm sure a lot of you will agree with this, I view somebody as a skillful player when they can win with a lot of different strategies, okay? Like, you know the game. You know all the different counters. You know all this kind of stuff. You're skillful because you can win with a lot of different strategies, okay? This guy right here has only ever used the Expo with the Inferno Tower and the Mortar with the Inferno Tower, okay? I've never seen him use anything else. I would love to face him with a Golem. Like, I want to see him use a Golem against me. I want to see him use some other sort of deck, but I know I'm never going to because he can't win like that. So again, I view somebody as skillful, somebody as good when they can win with multiple different decks and different types of decks, okay? So you can have very, very aggressive decks. You can have defensive decks. You can use a giant. You can use a golem. You can use a balloon. You can use a hog. You can use all these different things to get to the tower instead of just projectiles and range things, okay? So that's what I view somebody as skilled. So if you're somebody who only uses the Expo or only uses the Mortar because that's the only way you know how to win, and then when they get nerfed, you complain about it because you don't know how to win now, that shows that you've got some problems. But if you're somebody who can win with the Golem, somebody who can win with the Hog and the Balloon, and somebody who can win with the Mortar and the Expo, okay, use it, sure, that's fine. I'm never going to use it just because I've got a serious problem with it. But again, if you can win with other stuff, then I have respect for you. I've never played this guy when he hasn't used a Mortar or an Expo. So sadly, I don't have respect for him as a player and as someone who has knowledge of the game. Okay, so right now, here he goes. He got lucky with me putting that putting that golem down there. I never freaking put my golem there. I don't know why I did that. But we're coming in, and his rocket, of course, did a freak ton of damage right there to my tower. So we're going to go hard right here, guys, in double elixir. We're going to get our hog and our golems in there, and our bombers in there are doing some okay damage, but now our golemites are down, and that's pretty much it. We can't do anything else. Also, the mortar's only 4 elixir. They switched it. Whew! If it's going to be 4 elixir, I think it should last maybe 15 seconds. It should maybe be able to get off 1 to 2 shots, not as many as it's been getting off. But we countered it right there with the Inferno Tower. Epic counter. It works really, really well. But again, guys, I'm pretty sure that the only damage so far that has been done to my tower is by the rockets like this, because that's all that he knows how to do. We've got our Hog Rider in there on the tower. We're slowly doing some damage to it. He's going to drop off his barbarians here, and I don't really have a counter for them besides my bomb. Okay, never mind, I do. The bomber is a great counter to barbarians, in case you guys were wondering. As you can see right there, he took everything down. We'll go ahead and drop off our spear goblins with all this, and he wins with the rocket. Gosh, dude, can I have your autograph? You're so good. You know how to click and drag and let something shoot at my tower. You're freaking skillful. But we beat him again. Let's jump into it. I'm going to show you guys how we counter him one more time, taking him down. Alright, so we get 44 trophies from this one, guys. Oh man, this guy, he stresses me out so much, man. Like, I don't know why it just no, I do know exactly why it bothers me, and I already told you guys, so we're gonna move past that. And if you guys don't want to hear me talk about why I think something's wrong in the game, you don't have to watch the videos. But I am going to talk about why I think something's wrong. I'm not just going to complain about it and just say that I can't beat it. It's clear that I can beat it, okay? I'm beating it twice in this video. It's very clear that I can beat it. I still think that it's broken and that it needs to be adjusted a little bit. So we're coming in here. We got our bomber. He's going to get off a couple shots on the tower, actually, which is great. The bomber focused on the tower does really well. We got our archers on it, and they're doing some good damage to it. It's now down to 1,800 right there, and he hasn't touched us once. Boom, we're going to go Inferno Tower. It's going to drop down a little bit late, but it's still going to focus on it right there. We counter it. We take it out, no problem. We're going to drop off some spear goblins and take out the rest of these barbarians before, my dear friends, before he even touches the tower, okay? So we take him out. Watch this. Here it comes. Oh, wait, does it get it? Nope. Nice. So we got him. So right now, we're in the lead. He hasn't touched our tower, and he's freaking out, so he's probably going to shoot off his rocket because he needs to feel comfortable. He needs to get some damage to a tower, and the only way that he knows how to is to shoot a rocket. There's the rocket. Called it. So we're going to go Hog Rider over here, and just get him to drop down his Inferno Tower. I want his Inferno Tower out of the cycle, okay? Because that's the one thing that messes with my golem. So we make him drop that down. Now we drop off our golem down here. The Inferno's slowly going to fade away, and we're going to drop off some troops with it so that the Inferno can probably only get off a couple hits or a couple of seconds on our guy right there. So we're going to go ahead, drop off those, and watch this. The Inferno is going to go down right here. Now that tombstone is completely useless. It's not distracting our golem whatsoever, and we're going to come in and we're going to take him out. I'm not worried about these archers or anything. Honestly, I'm not even really too worried about the barbarians, but I am still going to drop off a wizard over here just for once they come back. His tower is going to go down right here. No problem whatsoever. Here he goes with his mortar again, and we're going to drop off an Inferno and a Hog Rider right over here to start doing some damage, and the bomber, and take it out. Okay? So, now, if you guys are facing people like this, first of all, you have to have 2 damage-focusing troops in order to counter this. Okay? You need 2 troops that will focus defenses, because you need one of them to get in there and start doing some damage, and then you need the other one to come in later once he doesn't have the defenses up that he wants. That's what you need. That's what you have to have. That's what has to be in your deck in order to take this out. So we're coming down to the last 5 seconds. He's barely done any damage to our tower. Completely shut him down there. And that's going to be another victory for us. So, right now, we are sitting at, I think we're in like 9th or something. We're not doing so hot. 37-12. We're in 10th. Our highest, though, is 38-18, which I was at earlier. And that would put us in 5th right now if we were at 38-18, just so you guys kind of have a clue of where that is. But I want to thank y'all for watching. I want to thank y'all for listening to me as I speak my mind. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm not going to stray away from it. I don't care if it's controversial. I'm going to talk about how I don't like the fact that people can do more than 50% damage with range. I don't think that shows that they're skillful. I think that shows that they aren't good enough to get troops to your tower. And that's the biggest problem that I have with people like that. They're not good enough to get a troop to my tower to take it out. So, that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys very much. If you guys agree with me, hashtag I agree down below. Let's fill it up. Fill it up with hashtag I agree, okay? And if you see other people talking about how all I do is complain, because I've seen other YouTubers saying that. I've seen other YouTubers talking about me saying that I've never played card games before and that all I do is complain about this. No, okay? Shut up. You're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. But that's going to be it. I've said it like 15 times here. Hashtag I agree if you guys agree with me. I'll see you guys in the next episode, all right? Peace.